Zidane Danny, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to all of you guys about where exactly I have been and why I've been having a lot of difficulty with making videos of late. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Wait a minute, this video is called Why Animal Crossing is for Adults. Um, Yeah, there's a reason for that. That is the main thing that I've actually been doing over the past months. Uh, so, for those of you who are unaware, um, I recently, about 3 months ago now, I think, maybe four, I started a new job, and I'm not going to tell you guys where it is because I don't want you guys finding out where I work or live. So, yeah. But I recently started a new job, and I've been doing a lot of work there, and that heavily decreased the amount of videos that I was able to create. But it also meant that things became a bit more chaotic. On top of that, I also happened to start the latest semester of school this recently, which again also took away some time from YouTube. As such, YouTube was struggling. And as for YouTube itself, why was I not making as many videos? The answer also lies with YouTube itself. I have projects that are currently in the works. Specifically, I have Thanksgiving in the Lab, which is coming out on November 1st. At least it should be, so long as nothing happens with Sound Drop. There is there's also Christmas with the Nerds, which I have been working on for the past few months, trying to get that prepared so that that can release on December 1st, even though it may not because the requirements for when people need to have things in is Black Friday, so there's that. But that's those are like the big things, big projects that have been taking up a lot of my time, and as such I haven't really had enough time to actually make as many videos as I wanted to. Today, though, I'm talking about the thing that has been taking up even more of my time and why I don't come to YouTube to make content immediately. Instead, when I get home, that was weird that I had the freaking video quality drop for a second there. But the reason that I don't come home and make videos all day or read all day or any of that is because of Animal Crossing New Horizons. Yes, I just started it just a few months ago, and maybe only like a month ago, a little bit over one. Yeah, I believe that's right. So I only started this about 1 month ago with, and perfect timing on my part because now we're getting 2.0 coming around like in the next few days. Well, I guess it's a bit longer, but the next few weeks on November 5th we're getting New Horizons, and yeah, that's going to be we're getting 2.0 for it, and that's going to be really awesome to mess around with and all of that stuff. But that is the thing that I really want to talk about today. And why exactly I consider it more for adults than I do for kids. I have played a total of 3 different Animal Crossings at this point. Yeah, I'm not a Crossing baby. I did not grow up with every single Animal Crossing. I didn't play the original or the one on the DS or the Game Boy or whatever they were. I don't know what they were on before. Yeah. Basically, the ones that I've played is City Folk, New Leaf, and now New Horizons. And both New Leaf and City Folk, I got pretty early into their lifespans, and yet I didn't really play them, like, at all. City Folk, I would get on every now and again, play a little bit, and then I was like, this is so boring. Never mind, I'm out of here. And then when New Leaf came around, I was like, huh, maybe I should try that out. I kind of liked City Folk. I mean, it wasn't the best, but I kind of liked it. Maybe I'll like it more nowadays. Tried it, had a bit of fun. It had a lot more aspects that I liked, but I still wasn't really sinking my teeth into it yet. And then New Horizons came out, and I was like, maybe I should go back to New Leaf and City Folk for a little bit and see what's happened there, and if I would actually be interested in picking up this new game. Did so, didn't really like them. Played for a few weeks for New Leaf. Didn't really play that. Played for like one day on City Folk and was like, oh my gosh, this. No wonder I didn't like this game. This was very, very bad, even for the time. And then I played New Leaf for a few weeks, tried to get as much stuff done, and then realized, oh yeah, that's why I quit playing this game. But, and on top of that, throughout 2020 and 2021, and basically that entire time, I was playing other games. I was jumping into more and more PS4 games. I wanted to complete my collection before the PS5 came out for everything that I had been wanting to play for the past few years, and I wanted to make sure that I had at least tried every single game that I had wanted to try. I wanted to finish up pretty much every single game, which I spent a good amount of time doing so. Finished up some of the Lego games, finished up some of the fighting games, so on and so forth. Got some new games, tried them out, realized, yeah, these aren't necessarily my cup of tea, moved on, continued to get more and more games, realizing, you know what, some of these games are good, some of these are bad, did a few videos on them. Um, and of course, started doing some more stuff with the Switch. Checked out some more games there, continued playing, fell in love with some new games, didn't like a few others, and then continued going on. And that was the thing. That constant idea of the fact that, yeah, New Horizons exists. Should I play that? Should I go out of my way and get the game anytime soon? And the thought just kept coming back to me, but I didn't like New Leaf. I didn't like City Folk. I'm trying to play these games again and again, but each and every day I turn to them and I go, eh, eh. I'd rather play Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy or My Hero One's Justice, or I'd rather create characters in Soul Calibur than play this game, to play these games. And as such, I didn't really think that I needed it at the time. Eventually got my PS5, played that for a bit, showed you guys the awesome content on there, including Ratchet and Clank, and I liked it. It was a lot of fun. I had now started my job, and it was everything was going good. Then, finally, I came into my local GameStop, saw New Horizons there, and I thought, you know what? I've got a little bit of expendable income right now. Why not? Why not take the little that time and buy it? It's a little bit cheaper than it usually is right now. Why not pick it up, test it out, see if I actually like this game? And oh my gosh, I loved it. Yes, it was a slow start. It is New Horizons is a slow start. The first few days you don't really have much to do. You only get like the first day you can only really explore your first area. Sure, you can do some fishing or bug catching and stuff like that, but you don't really have access to the full map even. And as such, there isn't much to do. Get as much fish and bugs as you can so that Blathers can come over the next day. And he does. Getting the next day, come in, get the pole, get the ladder, start doing some more exploration. And eventually, as you continue to play, you get more and more stuff to do each and every day until at some point it becomes kind of repetitive. But at that point, that's when I fell in love with the game. I would come home from work be or be exhausted from the day before and just want to sit down and play a game, and instead of picking up one of the games that I've been playing, I go back to New Horizons. Not necessarily, somewhat because I want to get the island ready and have more unlocked, but as I'm doing it more and more, the game becomes more and more better. The game I start to fall in love with. I love this game. I don't know why I'm loving this game, but I'm loving it little by little. And I think that the reason for that is because it's just calming. Doing menial tasks that just help out your island little by little each and every single day, it's calming. After a long day of work or a all-nighter trying to get homework done, just turning on the console, just turning on the Switch, putting getting Animal Crossing and just messing around with the island a bit, it's just peaceful. There's no rush to do anything. You don't have to fight a boss. You don't have your mind rushing to do things. You can just calm down. And it's odd how much I love this game, but at the same time, it makes sense. I'm not rushing currently to complete Final Fantasy XIV and level up all of my classes like I've been doing for a good amount of 2020. I'm relaxing. I'm sitting down for a game, and it's an odd aspect to think about that was kind of what I turned to video games for originally. A way to get away from the struggles of school, the chaos. And that is what this game has done. No longer are you trying to make sure that you get everything done, all of your tasks done in a certain amount of time. You can just meander through it. You can go through this as calmly as you want. Sure, some people will decide, oh, I'm going to speed up the clock, jump to each day so that I can get as much of this stuff done as quickly as possible. That's not the point. That never was the point. I think that the problem is that people are thinking like their younger selves. They saw all of this stuff that they could do and got impatient, rushed in to get it done, and when in actuality, they didn't need to. All they needed to do was take their time. Take those little bits of energy that you needed. You don't have to make 1,000 videos a day or uh, go through an entire story. You don't have to speed run this. You can just slow down, take a breath, just enjoy the scenery that you've created. It's honestly a bit insane to think about, but that wasn't even how I played Minecraft. It's most players who play Minecraft do insane builds and stuff like that. But this is what some people have done with Minecraft. This is what some people have done with Animal Crossing since the beginning. And I think that that's one of the reasons why I think adults should play this game. Because it is something to distract you, to calm you from a long day. Say what you will, teenagers and other school students really don't deal with a lot of the same issues that adults do. Like, honestly, think about that for a moment. Like, back in your childhood, you probably didn't think about all of the wars that were happening overseas. You didn't think about all of this work that you have to do. You thought of school, and you thought of playtime. And that's what you thought of. And sure, Animal Crossing looks like it should be a playtime thing, but it's not really. And yet, it's perfect for adults because we, on average, have way more work to do than we actually think we do. We have all of the actual work. We have the those of us who are in college have to deal with college and the work. All of that stuff conglomerates and becomes an overflowing cesspool of just torture in a day, and you want to just break out of it. Even if you like your job, sometimes you just want to take a break. And that is what Animal Crossing does. It's not necessarily something that you hate or you like. It's something to get you to that middle. It reminds me of Whelmed. In one of my favorite series, Young Justice, one of their common sayings is stay whelmed. You don't want to be overwhelmed or underwhelmed. You want to be whelmed. A state of neutrality. A state where you are not overwhelmed with all of the chaos that you have to deal with. You're whelmed. You're not underwhelmed by thinking, oh my gosh, this is such a crappy game or something like that. You're whelmed because you're not in either side of it. You're in the middle. And you can calm down and understand what you need. You're not looking for something to be the most extravagant thing ever. You're looking for something in the middle. And that is what Animal Crossing does. And I think that that is the biggest reason why I've fallen in love with this game. And I think why a lot of people my age are falling in love with it again. New Horizons, when it came out, was the perfect game for 2020. It let people do things outside without actually going outside. But on top of that, in those of us who have been growing up throughout 2020 and through 2021 can now look to this game and realize it's a calming aspect. Honestly, I half want to just one of these days, once I've gotten the island to just my perfect setting, just have my character sit down in a nice spot, grab a glass of chocolate shop, which is my favorite wine, and just look at it. Just look at it, drink some wine, and just be whelmed. No longer exhausted. I can just sit back, relax. That is what this game means to me. And honestly, I think that's it's just going to be added with 2.0. From what I've seen from 2.0, it's looking like it's going to be an absolutely amazing game. And I do mean that. It will 100% be one of the best updates to this game, and it's going to help out a lot of people. And I think that that is an amazing aspect to it. And I honestly can't wait to jump in and just mess around with that for a bit. Just play some more Animal Crossing. Go to Harv's Island to to hang out with all of my with all of the village or all of the visitors. Uh, get the paid DLC and go make somebody's house the way that they want it to be. That is what this game is, and it's honestly going to be even better. And like I said, I can't wait. I cannot wait to see how this game plays out and how the game continues to get better and better as we continue into the new year. 2022, we're hoping will be better. And honestly, I think that New Horizons, even though many people don't talk about it anymore, I think it's going to be the thing that continues that step forward and gets us ready for the next year. I, for one, am absolutely ecstatic to continue to play this and to for all of you guys to join me as we continue to play this. And perhaps, maybe I'll just do some chill live streams at some point. This might be one of those games that really does aid itself to just a chill out live stream. A nice, calm live stream to just hang out with your friends and just talk. But anyways, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like, leave your thoughts and theories down in the comments below. Of course, if you do have any theories, make sure to say theory review somewhere in your comment. And of course, if you guys haven't yet, please subscribe and ring that notification bell. It helps out a lot more than you may think. And of course, if you guys do want to support the channel even more, then definitely head down to the description and check out all of our links down there, including our social medias, our other channels, and ways you can support us financially, including the merch store, the book, and of course our Patreon, which a big thank you to our current patrons, Sheeny and Joseph, as well as a big thank you to anyone who has been listening to the songs over on Spotify or anywhere else that you've been listening to them. Amazon, I believe, Deezer, Apple Music, I think it's there. I've heard that it's on Pandora, according to some aspects of Sounddrop, but I don't look at Pandora very much. So maybe it's there. I need to check. We'll see. If it is there, then please let me know, because I don't use Pandora. And there are other sources as well. I'm not going to get into all of them, but like I said, a big thank you to all of you for listening to those songs. And anyways, guys, like I said, hopefully you've enjoyed this video and are ready to play more Animal Crossing and to just chill out. I think that Animal Crossing is going to be the thing that keeps me sane as we continue into the new year and as we continue to make more videos about Miraculous, about My Hero, about Hunter's Guild Red Hood, and all of the other series that I've been talking about, including Kingdom Hearts next year. So definitely look forward to all of that stuff and more. But anyways, guys, I've been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on!